In this class, we will discuss co-channel reuse ratio and signal to co-channel interference ratio. So we are now going to discuss signal to co-channel interference ratio. So in short, you can call it as SIR. So signal to interference ratio or this one. So in cellular system, the main interference here is because of reusing frequency in multiple locations. We at receivers, the interference co-channel interference will be dominant as compared to the other interferences. So that is why, so in cell planning, we have to discuss signal to co-channel interference ratio. We are simply calling it as SIR here. So before that, we will discuss about the ratio of reuse distance D to R is called as, you can call this as reuse ratio or co-channel reuse ratio. So what is the significance of this parameter is, if you maintain this ratio same across any cellular system, you are going to observe same SIR in both the cellular systems. What I mean to say is, for example, if say there is a cluster of size 3 or the frequency series factor 3, then you can have cells with a bigger size like this or a smaller size like this. You can have, right? There are two different cellular systems. One is having bigger, using bigger cell sizes. The other one is using smaller cell sizes. So because n equal to 3, so the co-channel will be, you can look at like this. So the frequency used here, so one step we go here, one step we go here. So now if this is frequency A and this will also be frequency A, and this is what reuse distance D, and radius means from center to this edge is what radius. Now this is here, if D by R is like this. Now if I use a smaller cell radius and say for example, say we are using a radius of 1/3 of this one, then here also we have chosen reuse factor 3, then it will be this one. So since we have reduced the size of radius by 3, so reuse distance also will be reduced by 3. So d dash is equal to d by 3, and radius is also r dash is equal to, say, is a new, this smaller cellular system where you have used small cell sizes, so r by 3. Now if you see, the reuse ratio for this bigger this cellular system and this cellular system is both are same, but fundamentally what is difference between these two is, this cell is having bigger size and this cell is having what, smaller size, but because the d by r ratio is same, and whatever the level, interference level you are observing here, same level will also be here. What I mean to say, whatever the receivers are experiencing here, signal to interference ratio, same SIR will be experienced in this one. Why? Because here this is bigger size, we will be transmitting a higher transmit power. Because this is a lower cell size, we will be transmitting here what, a lower transmit power. Because of that, it will balances that what the interference level here, and this will be what both will be same, because we adjust the transmit power for r by 3 radius, and here the transmit power is what, for r, but in effect the ratio is d by r is same. Then it will be what, the signal to interference ratio, here you are going to observe the same SIR here, and the same will be observed here. So if you are considering or analyzing signal to interference ratio, so you have to compare actually the d by r ratio, which is going to play, this ratio going to play in calculation of SIR, that we'll discuss shortly, how SIR is related to d by r. But fundamentally what we are discussing here is, see, SIR is not depending on the cell sizes. It is mainly depending on the reuse distance to cell radius ratio, which is called as reuse ratio or co-channel reuse ratio. So you can also call this as co-channel reuse ratio. So let us denote this as by some Q. So Q equal to d by r. So we are now just going to prove this one. This is what SIR is depending on. It is just by intuition we have discussed here. We are going to show that what the SIR will be, through approximate calculation, the SIR will be depending on only on Q. Okay, before that there is an important relation between this d by r and the cluster size. We are now going to derive the relation between the d by r means Q and n. Just see here, you can derive between Q and n, relation between Q and n. Just observe here. So d is the distance from this center to this center, and you are moving here. It is drawn for n equal to 3. It is drawn for n equal to 3, but the distance d is nothing but what, this center to this center is the distance, and we are generalizing this. See, the distance between this point to this point is how many steps we are going to move, I number of steps, and we know interside distance is root 3r. Then this distance will be horizontally how much we have moved is I into root 3 into r. And how much angular we have taken rotation is 60 degrees. How much, what is the distance of this line is j into j number of steps, j into root 3r. Now by just applying some trigonometric calculations, then by using Pythagoras, so this d can be written as, this is j root 3r into cos 60, and this one is j root 3r into sin 60. So we just write like this. Then d is equal to I root 3r plus j root 3r cos 60 whole square plus j root 3r sin 60 whole square under root. Now if you solve this, what you are going to get here is the square root of 3 into r square into I square plus ij plus j square, and you can further, this is, you can write this, because you know that what, I square plus ij plus j square is equal to n, then you can write this as r you can take out, that will be just root 3n. So d by r is equal to root 3n. So there is an important relationship between d by r and the cluster size, or you can call this as frequency reuse factor. Now we are going to find relationship between SIR and D by R through approximate calculations that we are now going to discuss. So now we are going to calculate SIR at cell edge. So in cellular system, interference means which is dominant one is Kocha interference, and the other interference can be mitigated, but this Kocha interference is by through frequency reuse only it has come. So SIR we always refers here in cellular communication. SIR we always refer that interference is due to Kocha interference. Okay, cell edge we have SIR will be actually the signal to interference ratio will be very high value near base station or near say near transmitter. You can say near base station, and SIR will be very weak and very low value at cell edge. Why? Because here this case is valid both for uplink and downlink. Here what happens is here the near base station the signal level will be higher, but the interference will be here what? The near base station will be cell center region. The interference level will be low, so thereby SI will be more in the cell center region. In cell edge region, signal level, because it is far away from the base station, so the signal level will be less, means signal power will be less, and interference coming from the other base station will be higher. Why? Because it is more close to the interfering base stations. So in calculating SIR, we consider the worst case SIR. Worst case is possible within cell, only at cell edge. So any corner we can take for the analysis purpose. So now we are going to calculate, do what? We will find what is the signal power here and divide by the what is the and we'll find interference power here and we divide it. So we know the calculations of received power calculations, that is we are discussed in first class, that the received power at any distance D is equal to, actually we have written like this, PR of D naught into D naught by D power n, which is path loss exponent, or you can write this as PR of D is equal to, which is actually is inversely proportional to 1 by D power n. Right? Either you can have an exact equation like this or you can have like this. Similarly, this is the what the transmit power received at a distance D is inversely proportional to 1 by D power n. So what will be the signal power here will be received here is, so PR of R from the signal of interest will be at R will be inversely proportional to R power n. Now if you see what is SIR is, SIR is equal to, it is what signal to, what is signal power here is PR of R, right, and divided by, and we have say how many co-channel cells. So in first tier there will be 6 and second tier say there will be 12, but we will neglect the second tier co-channel interfering cells because their effect is very less as compared to the first tier co-channel cells. So we consider the first tier how many are there? We have 6. So here 6 interferences we have to add. Say I equal to 1 to 6 and II. And II is also will be having the same kind of relationship like this only, because they are also transmitted from some base station and it will be received at a certain distance. So they also follow the similar thing. But we have to see what is the distance between the Kocha interference base station and to the cell edge. So for that, if you observe here, see here is the cell edge. So there are 6 base stations here, which are what co-channel cells. So 2 of them are having distance d plus r. D means reduced distance d, and 2 of them are having the distances of d to that location. So how much power will come from here is, say this is interference, say some, for example, I1. So I1 is inversely proportional to 1 by d plus r power n, because the distance is what, d plus r. And similarly I2 also same, I2 also inversely proportional to, all of them having the same transmit power like that. So I2 also inversely proportional to 1 by d plus inversely proportional to d plus r power n. And this is I2 follows I1 because distances are same. And I3, if you see, it is inversely proportional to, it is just distance is how much, d only, right? So it is d power n. And if you see I4 is inversely proportional to 1 by d minus r power n. And I5 is as same as I4. Why? Because distance are same. And I6 is same as what? Similar to I3. So now, so this is actually somewhat exact analysis. We have taken what the actual distances d plus r d like that using geometry, if you see. But we'll take some approximation that say reuse distance is very larger as compared to cell radius. Then you can have a rough approximation that all these distances from the co-channel cell size as is approximately same to d. But actually 2 of them are d plus r, 2 of them are d minus r. But we take as actually what the reuse distance is very much higher. So it is what approximate analysis that all distances are d. So all of them are creating same level of interference to this user. That is, so I is proportional to, all are creating similar. So approximation is what the distance between the co-channel cell and to the corner cell edge is inversely proportional. The distance is d only because this one is that is the approximation. So like that, so all are creating similar level of interference. So the total interference will be so it is like this, PR of R divided by 6 into I, because there are 6 co-channel cells and the assumption is what, all of them are similar level or same level. So there is the assumption, there is the approximation here, approximate analysis means. So there is 6 here, so proportion, so both are in what, numerator and denominator, so proportionally constants will be cancelled out, and it will be now 1 by 6 into, here it is r power minus n, and this will be what, d power minus n, or it is 1 by 6 d by r, the n is what, path loss exponent, right? So this is actually the SIR relation. So SIR is equal to 1 by 6 into d by r power n, and we know d by r, we have just derived that, that is what, 1 by 6 into root 3n power n. So if you see the signal to interference ratio from this relation, it is not actually depending on the cell size, because right, we are forming uniform cell sizes, so it is only depending on the ratio between the reuse distance and cell radius. So you can go for a smaller radius, you can go for larger radius, but as far as you maintain the same ratio d by r, you are going to experience the same kind of SIR. And if you see this, so it is also, if you observe this one, SIR is only depending on the reuse factor we choose. Of course, it is approximate analysis, more or less it will follow this one only. So the signal to interference ratio is only following what the frequency reuse factor or cluster size. And if you observe here, as n increases, means as frequency reuse factor increases, the SIR will be increasing. Signal to interference ratio will be increasing. What is the drawback with it is, as n increases, the total available spectrum or total available number of channels will be divided actually by n, which is the spectrum or number of channels we are allocating per cell. So the number of carriers or channels available per cell will be reduced as n increased. If you increase the n value, then what happens is the number of channels or carriers available to a particular cell will be reduced. Thereby what happens is, and also one more thing is, the cluster size is, one is what, if in this case the number of carriers, frequency carriers available to a cell is decreased as n is increased. And one more thing is, cluster size will be increased. The other one is what? The cluster size will be increased, and earlier we have repeated cluster k number of times within the service area, right? So as cluster size is increased, because if say for example n equal to 19 or 8 or 7 like that, as compared to n equal to 3, you are going to you are going to have only few clusters, right, within this service area. So as n increases, the number of clusters within the service area will be now going to reduce, which is a factor actually the number of times we are multiplying the capacity as compared to the single cell system. So as for SIR, you have to increase the STL cluster size. That will reduce the number of carriers available to a cell, and also that will reduce what, the number of clusters within the service area. Thereby capacity will be, due to these two factors, due to these two factors, capacity, the number of users simultaneously one can serve is going to reduce. The capacity is going to reduce, right? So if you want a higher SIR value, so you have to compromise with capacity, right? And similarly, if SIR is if you can manage with low SIR value, so n can be decreased. If n is decreased, the number of carriers available to a cell will be increased, and also the factor k with which capacity multiplied will also what, increase. And finally capacity will be, here our capacity definition is what, the number of users simultaneously can be served. Capacity will be increased for what, for a lower SIR. So one has to make a trade-off between the value of SIR and capacity. Value of SIR and capacity. So if you want a higher capacity, you have to compromise with SIR. Means you will get a lower SIR, then you can serve more number of users. But if you want to have a higher SIR, you can only serve a few users in the service area. So that is this one. So we will discuss in next class cell splitting and sectoring in next class. Thank you.